things, right? Just connect your feet on the floor, whether you're doing this barefoot or wearing shoes or socks, doesn't really matter. Most important is you feel comfortable, and yeah, whatever you feel more grounded and connect on the surface. So let's start by connecting your feet on the floor. Choose a surface that you're standing in. What I want you to do, just start with this little sort of shake of the bending of the knees. So what we're doing is sort of bouncing on the knees, but not in a way that you want to go really forward. Just like almost you were doing this with the arms, like this, but you're doing exactly the same with your knees, same time. Like, yeah. Just breathe. If you shake your feet, like really let loose around the shoulders. See what the arms can do, this funny movements, look. Almost like involuntary, you know? They wobble like jelly. Shake, shake, shake. Yeah. And what you can do, just add another motion the body can do is this turning, twisting in the hips. Very good way to wake up the balance also. And if you play tennis or golf, you know all about this hips helping to turn, right? So pivot the foot if you can. Maybe even raise the elbows and just create more speed, really. So you're looking for a nice balance, full turn, almost like a 180-degree turn with your eyes at least. Yeah. If this is making you a little bit dizzy or uncomfortable, just slow it down. Just move really slowly. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just again, shaking is a good way to take the tension out of the muscle tissue, especially hands and feet. So let's see if we can start off with this lateral steps. You can look down if you want to. Look how I'm placing my hands on the hips to start with. Just perform like a little hop if you need to. Otherwise, a step is good. A side step, like a left and then right. There you go. Now, as you get more comfortable with this, and then more of a leaping, like almost you really want to go for it from one leg. So look, you take off from one leg and jump. It doesn't need to be a really big jump, but really trust that leg. So one leg. This, yeah. So if I was to show you from the side, it's this. Encourage to produce the power from one leg, decelerate with the other. There you go. Make sure windows are open as you start to warm up, get some fresh air, and just, there you go. Just find your pace that you feel comfortable, you know, because it's not a race. You don't need to compete against anybody. Just find a balancing step that is good for you, and just really shake your legs out. If you just roll the shoulders, feet out. What we're going to do is just look at the shoulders and the hips together. Next up, let's look at this balance. It's going to be this exercise will have element of a balance. So if you need to use the wall, you can do so. So let's go with this. Look, if you stand. It doesn't matter. If you stand on your right leg, let's say, first, raise the left knee up. And what I want you to do with the right shoulder, see if you can rotate same time. With this movement, you want to avoid leaning back, sort of cheating. Sometimes body likes to compensate by leaning back and just bring the bigger motion. But just, you can stand close to the wall if you want to, and then kind of bring this, almost like 360-degree turn, shoulder circles, yeah? Again, if the standing on one leg is a real challenge, hey, just hold on to something, and then let's go about 5 circles in each direction. I think we would have done 5. Let's go the opposite now, yeah? So, if you're not sure what to do with the other hand, just place it here or just reach out. There you go. You probably will start to feel the standing leg start to sort of remind itself, you know, oh, the muscles here are working. Just simply standing on one leg. Okay, shake the legs out, both legs, and Just prepare the other leg to get ready. So again, find a good balance first. Nice tall spine. And let's create this circular motion from the shoulder joints. Keep breathing. One more. And then repeat this same arm, but the opposite motion. Might help to just fix your eyes sort of on the horizon, just ahead of you. Brings a nice, more focused control, yeah? There you go. Take it up. Now, balance is, of course, is very important, but also one of the sort of fundamentals of the balance is relaxed, sort of stabilizing joints. You know, like it's good to have a good balance, but think about stability in the calf, around this joint, so Achilles, back of the heel. If the muscle is tight, it's going to be very hard for you to find the balance. So for this, I would use either a wall or like a surface that you can lean onto, and just simply hold this stretch. Look what we're going to do one at a time. Probably going against the wall, and just push the heel back. We've probably done this before, once or twice. Just hold it for about 10 seconds. Feel the stretch. If you're not feeling the stretch in your calf muscle, take a little deeper step and then try take that heel down. Yeah. Make sure you got a good balance coming from your shoulders and change the legs. So one leg stays forwards and then push back, slowly take the heel. Right there. Hold it. When these muscles are relaxed and they're functioning the way they should, they really help with the overall balance as well. So if you notice that sometimes your balance isn't there that day, try stretching the calf muscle and really does help. Plant hands on the hips. We're going to do this very slow exercise, not as easy as it looks. Just going back in a couple of weeks ago, we were doing these, I remember, landing on the heel. You don't want to be going this way, you want to be going straight up towards the ceiling. Up and slowly down. Up. Try and practice this in your own space. If this is too easy, you have two options. You can either raise your arms into this like a vertical position above your shoulders, and close your eyes. That would make it really hard, yeah? So just, you'll take away one of the sort of proprioceptions of the body, which is the sight, and things can feel very, very hard to perform a same. All right. Okay, really good. Roll the shoulders. If you want to have a sip of water, this might be a good time to do so. Just before we look at some big warm-up exercises. So we're still warming up gently, as you can see. Warm-up sometimes can take up to 5-10 minutes, 10 minutes at least, you know, if it's a day like this, a little cold and a bit of gray outside. Now, you remember this, right? So let's keep them sort of moving on the feet, left and right. And what I'd like to do is this. Open up the hip and see if you can do the opposite left and then right. Doesn't matter which one you start, it can be left and right or right and left. But let's go one direction first. So if you think about hip turning out, do the exactly same on the left, let the hip turn out. So we've got this abduction, and then we'll do the adduction, which is coming in. Ready? Let's go. Let's do this for time, you know, rather than, we're going to do this 20 seconds on each direction. You want to be moving with your feet all the time. And this little steps actually helps you to regain the balance, you know, just these steps in between. One more. Okay. If you just get ready for the opposite motion for about 20 seconds, Be alternating the steps. Ooh. Sometimes when we do this, when I personally do this, I don't like to speak for others, but I'm hearing my hips doing some funny, making some funny sounds. Funny mean like a squeaky door kind of thing, kind of funny. Not sure how funny it is, but yeah. One more, and good. Right, find the wall, find the balancing point, please. Nice and quick, let's go. 10 of these swings. Can we swing it up? Show our target with from the opposite leg, we'll kick up. Let's go. And what you can even do, is like lift up on your toe on your heel as you kick. It's a really good way to release the hamstrings. And rotate the sides. Just minimal rest for now. Make sure you have space to do this. Really can go for it. 3, 2, 1, and recover. Yeah, things will start to warm up, like things around, as the body starts to move, it hits up, it creates this sort of internal heat, and yeah, prep the body. Let's keep your feet close together for now. Let's just make it a little bit harder, because we're going to flex the back. Think about when we're flexing for now, at least. Avoid, so don't do this. Do more like a slow control, so you have more time to stretch from the spine. So just do this in your own time. For now, you just want to reach as far as you feel comfortable. Don't do any sort of bouncing on top of the knees. Just come back up, perhaps inhale. We're going to do this at least one more time. As you roll the shoulders up, take a deep breath in. And you can even dive from the top. Exhale way down. Here we go. Back up. Okay. Now, can we do this exactly same, but on one leg as you come back up? Watch. Just take a look at the screen for now. All I'm going to do, just demonstrate the movement. So again, my suggestion is have a support nearby if you need to, so you can reach out. So here's what we have. Standing on one leg. The other leg, so the back leg, doesn't have to go really far away from the floor. You can always bring back and regain your balance, touching back down. So look, this is more of a hinging from the hip. But instead of going down, you actually want to reach out, almost like, look, reach. Trying to get as much extension as you can from the hip and from your shoulders. But if you lose the balance, come back with the leg, touch down. Now, this is a quite delicate exercise, so please take your time. Have a support. So 2 things to bear in mind. If you're losing balance, touch the other leg quickly down, or just or do both. Reach out and touch the other leg to the floor. That will help you to find the balance on the floor again. But for a moment or so, you're on one leg, and you sort of keep your eyes down, probably create a sort of like a nice straight line from head to spine. Not an easy exercise. If you've done sort of like body balance or any sort of balancing exercises, right up there with the difficult ones. So we're looking for about three attempts on each leg. So let's go for the other leg. If you haven't switched yet, so just try at least 3. Knees can be shaky sometimes. You'll notice your foot will move quite a lot, so that will help too. Nice. Really good. Okay, just shake it up, just as you Sometimes I actually get people to deliberately fall forwards, but surrounding needs to be right, and I wouldn't even dare to suggest that. But we'll have like a gymnastic mats, and when you go like this, it's a really useful way to know how to fall, because gymnasts or like athletes can't do fall when they perform some difficult movements. So as you can end up sort of like doing this, but we won't do this right away. Just if you feel like you just practicing this reach, it's a really good way to build that up perhaps. And yeah, let's just stretch out the sides like this, nice and simple. Just tilt your body side to side, and maybe what you could do, just glide out. So as you tilt this side, glide the fingers down to outside of the knees. And do the same. Can we reach up with the other hand? Just take a deeper stretch. There we go, the other. Keep your feet together, nice close together, and just should feel a better stretch. One more. Good. Final shakes, you can do whatever you want just to regain. If you want to stretch any muscles, shoulders, neck, if you want to, this is a good time. If anything like feels a bit tense, this is a good time to do it before we look at some more strength-based exercises. Okay. The instructions of today's practice. So we are going to try 2 exercises back to back with a minimal rest and then recover after. So our trusted friendly weights, resistance. Here's how we're gonna go. So instead of pressing, we're going to introduce chopping, and I'll demonstrate first. So have them right here. Motion is exactly the same. You know, like how we stand shoulder feet apart with your feet, shoulder feet wide. Instead of keeping them here, I want to press it right, sort of diagonal position above your head almost. And as we squat down, we're going to try this. Look. So watch. I'll show you from a side. So you want to take the weight on back to your heels rather than forwards. And instead of avoid doing this. So lead it with the hips. So if you think about, okay, I'm going to sit back with my hips first, then the body will follow through. Okay, everybody? 45 seconds. Get ready. 3. If you started, well done. 2, 1. Start the actual time now. Go. Really swing it down with the arms. If you feel like this is too easy, almost you chopping the wood with extended elbows. Good grip around the cans. 15 seconds. Keep working. Chest is open, shoulders are nice and tall. Not easy, not easy. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and recover. Okay, okay. Maybe a bit closer to the screen, face to the side, jab and cross. Extend slightly a cross punch. So instead of going straight, you punch and cross, cross, cross. Let's go, 30 seconds work here. Find a different target, and you don't even have to do this with weights. You can just turn the shoulders. Good way to switch on your core muscles. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and recovery. Yeah, this is time to regroup. Just shake a few things out if you need to. Stretch your hands, wrists, in between. as you're just stretching things out, just demonstration for the next exercise. Why don't we look at this? So taking a step with a side raise. So it's two movements in one exercise. Think about it. So look here, taking a side step, and as you come up, 1, 2. From the front, it would look like this. Look, small step. Yeah. Here we go. Doesn't matter which leg you start. Stick with. Let's go with, let's say, right leg first, and then we'll come back to the left and do some side raises on that. We have 45 seconds on each side. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hands down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a big step behind, sort of drop and the knee and slide, building, extending, tall on the hip. Check the time, 10 seconds still remaining, keep working. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and recovery. Just 5 seconds just to shake that tired leg, a working leg, and let's change the opposite side, the leading leg. Ready, steady, go. 1. She go right side of the body. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Nice. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and finish up when you're ready. Okay, get ready for one more. Now, think of it like raising your arm as high as you can, like this. Just sort of shake the arm above you. And can you think about this? Look, there, up, and instead of sort of pausing there, can you carry on? Look, when you're picking something up, you're going to turn and slam it down to the opposite side. It's almost like what's the word? Moving your body under the arm. There's a bit of a rotation coming from the shoulder. So look, up, you come into full extension with it above your head. And instead of pausing here, you're going to actually turn the whole hips and down. This is like a motion, almost you waving with a big wave. So you're actually going to turn to the other side behind you there. Does that make sense? And when we come back the same way you just arrived in there. Just practice this one. It requires a little sort of almost like a routine dance move. So there. I want you to try go for 180-degree turn. So if your hips are facing one side of the wall, when you arrive, they should face right behind you. Let me show you how it could be done also. If you're feeling a little spring on your feet, it could be done with a jump. It's up to you. Does that make sense? Otherwise, look, turn, start with it, moving in. There. I'm showing you a harder or slightly modified this. Yes. Come on, I want everybody to try their best. Yes. So think about your hips are leading. So you're starting the beautiful. Not easy. Not easy. I love it. I love it. Be turning the body with the hips. That's it. Nice. One more. And as you come right round, facing towards the screens, relax. Really good. It's quite a complex move, as you just probably recognize. It's leading this, yeah? So generating the power to turn. Right, let's go with the opposite leg arm. Just right there in front of you. I would actually turn the palm up rather than this way. So this way, so watch. There. Keep the arm straight and see if we can. If I'm here, you ready? Yes. Really good. Keep moving, keep moving. And one, recover. Hit. Have a little break, shake things out. This could be one of the recovery exercises in between our rests. So instead of, along with sort of punching across, we could, to progress things, we could actually introduce this move. It's an option, of course. Now, just get ready to use feet props. We're going to look at the static hold against the wall to bring back the lower body muscle groups into the action. So either a nice solid door, or I'm going to go with just the wall behind me. Just heads up, we're going to create just before you go down, just take, as you lean your spine against the wall, really try walk away from the floor, but trust yourself. You're not going to fall through. Just make sure the surface that you're using is nice and grippy. So at least a hip width gap between your feet. And then when we are ready, 3, 2, you know what to do. Come down, come down, come down. The best sort of advice, if you need, I don't think you need one, but connect all your sort of into the wall. So think of it, more of you touching the wall, the easier it is, in a way. More control you have. Try to push your hands down, just sort of either here, or just gently rest them. Ooh. Always listen to the body first. If they feel like the knees start to become really unsteady or unsafe, go back up, have a short rest, and come back, join us if you like. That is 1 minute, by the way, 60 seconds in. Holding the last couple of seconds. That's 90 seconds, well done. Can we go a little bit more? Hold it, we're going to practice. Hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly come back up. Use the fingers. We get in the balance. Great. Then just please rest for a few seconds. Have a drink. We're actually going to move on to prepare the exercise on the floor. So I just take a moment to sort of, if you want to stretch out your exercise mat or something with support. I will show you some modified versions from a chair. It's certain positions on the floor, it's just a bit challenging. So Let's see if we can go and sit, kneel, rather than sort of come into this kneeling position on the floor. See how we find. Just wait for everyone. Slowly, if you can kneel, just feel the balancing coming from your shoulders and from the hips. What we're going to attempt is this alternate exercise. So look, extension of the hip and the shoulder. And we're looking for a very smooth transition from left to the right and right to the left. Really slowly. Okay. Well, just remember what is your tricep. Just remember what the joints are doing here. One more. Okay. Prima, if you lie on the back quickly, just lie completely on your back. We're going to activate the muscles the same, very similar way, but it's slightly easier for the brain to think. So here's what we're going to do. So you're the other way around on your, so just completely lying on your spine, and look. If this leg goes first, we take the opposite shoulder behind it. Can you try that? Yeah. So this way, less pressure goes onto the knees. And if anything, you have to focus a lot more on your lower back. If you notice the lower back wants to come up, really focus to keep it down. Come on. Think your fingers are going back behind the heels are tapping. Keep practicing here. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and tuck your knees close to the chest if you want to. Just think about hugging your own knees and just roll it side to side. Just try one of these relaxing exercises like a windscreen wipers with the knees bent. Let's see if we can take a sitting position on the floor. Let's have a support underneath. Let's try this. Okay. Lean back with a slightly rounded posture. So this way you're able to recruit the abdominals without putting too much pressure on your lower back. And then I extend your neck. Just simply hold this position, looking right across over your toes. Hold. Hold. Well done. If your legs are straight, really good. And lean forwards on top of the knees, relax. You don't want to take it to a complete 100% failure. Just you want to sort of preserve, recover from an exercise so we can at least try other. Okay. One more attempt at this. See if we can slowly roll into the position and lift off when you're ready. Hold. Try this for about 20 seconds. Remember, the higher your arms go, above your sort of head, the harder it is. I think it may look like the over here where I am in Surbiton, the sun has come up. So there you go. I don't know what it's like where you are, but relax. No, just before we get ready for our favorite planks. I'm going to face the other side today. I always face that way for some reason, but I don't know why. There's no reason for it. But let's go. Prepare your body. Just when you go up and just before we start, just prepare. I personally like to go up on the plank on my knees first. Look, lift your hips so your entire weight goes onto the knees, and then go up like this. But that way my back stays supported rather than straight from there, which is a little bit harder for the body to perform. Okay, but you decide what you find easiest or most comfortable and safe. Okay, 5 seconds, everyone. You should all try be in the position. Get ready for 3, 2, 1. We go up slowly. Always adjust your feet or elbows. You put your weight onto the elbows, yeah? Feel the elbows sort of giving you that extra support. Brilliant. Well done. That's 90 seconds. If you're still holding, hang in there. If you've had a little break, it's fine. Just try at least one more attempt, even if it's a few seconds. Can we do it for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. Relax. Well done. That was full. Good 2 minutes. Exactly 2 minutes, actually. If planks are sort of really tough for you, first you have to understand that it is a tough exercise, but there's an exercise that you could try to sort of help you to strengthen your lower back, and all you need is just like a wall. So and actually we probably don't teach plank with a progression as we sometimes we do with the other exercise. So if you lean back like so, if you go all the way up against, if you had a wall, so maybe you could actually teach this to your grandchildren, or if this is a good way to get into the planks and just getting the connection from here to what to feel in this part of the back. So look, go like completely like that, like so. Just simply like pushing your navel, your belly button through, and then don't open up your shoulders like this. If anything, try and connect the lower part of the back against the wall and just hold that pressure against it in this vertical position. Hold everything tight, and if you if you notice, once you get it right, it's exactly same hold that you're doing against the wall that you would be doing on the plank, but it's more sort of comfortable position rather than being horizontal. So if you notice somebody who really doesn't really like this exercise, show them this version, because once they get hang of the control of the back, then the planks can not instantaneously, because you still have to have strong shoulders, but you get to connect the right muscles and bring the right support here. There you go. Well done. We're still on the floor, just perhaps stretch for a little bit. We're going to do feet bridges as a final exercise. Bridge is known as like a king or the queen of the exercises, especially for the muscle groups that we don't often like to train. And these are sort of posterior muscles like hamstrings, calves, and glutes. So just walk as you lie on your back now. Walk your heels right close to the hips, like as close as they can go. Yeah? Really think about tucking up your lower spine first. Take all your weight into the shoulders and the heels. Yeah? And if you notice when you go up, if you're really arching your back, that's okay, but see if you can flatten your back, just tuck your hips under slightly. So tilt your hips slightly up and control down slowly. We're looking for like a 5-second hold and then 5 seconds of moving down slowly. Hold for 1. Slowly, slowly, slowly down. Go up slowly. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down for another 5 seconds if you can. Coming down slowly is not easy because you really got to, muscle groups are already tired and they just want to come and rest. So let's go for one more at least. Up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come down for 5 seconds, really slowly, slowly, slowly. You may feel muscle groups in your lower back or in the hamstrings. Let's try this crossover stretch. If you just bring one knee up and take it across, maybe keep both shoulders on the floor. And you can actually look away towards the knee. Keep both shoulders down and see if you can touch the knee close. You don't have to touch, but aim is to bring it across towards the floor. There you go. Nice. Let's repeat the same motion to the other side. So, the opposite hand, we'll take the knee right across. Just breathe nice and slowly. Right. If you're already on the floor, just make yourself look like a hedgehog. Tuck the knees in, chest, head up. So roll. See if you can create a speed up, use sort of the momentum, but you never want to look back. You always, yeah. See if you can come up in this rolling action. There we go. Speed up. Slow. One more. And right. Very good. Now, whichever way you guys prefer, I want you to come up to a standing position and just to stretch for your shoulder, neck muscles. Just to sort of get the breathing under control. Really good. Roll the shoulders a few times. Just come up, shake your hands. Let's hold this for 5 seconds, a simple stretch for the palm, of the hands and the forearms. Switch to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the shoulders just by pulling the arm across the body and just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change the arms over. Pull from the other. Pull, 3, 2. Take one arm up right above and tap your back of your neck, sort of spine down there. With the other arm, let's see if you can reach over and just pull the elbow up even higher. Just give a direction so it's almost going down, down to the spine. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Slowly switch over. Opposite arm, take the other arm right there and just take it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Some nice circles. Come over from the shoulders. No matter which way you go, you can go front and back. Yeah. Can you try taking your hands sort of like in this position, but behind you? Can you do that? Not easy, not easy. And just by connecting your glutes into the action. So squeeze the glutes as you stand. Just lean back gently, not too much. See if you can hold that position and touch your palms to each other. For me, it's really hard. And it's a good way to stretch out your chest and shoulders by just looking up, bringing your elbows back. Hands, raise the final time. We're going to aim towards the floor if we can with a nice flowy motion. Slowly. I always find this towards at the end. Once I've stretched the few muscle groups, it's always easier than at the beginning of the exercise practice. So relax, come up. Right, everybody, good job. That concludes today's